Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the visitor sideline, Giants head coach Brian Dable. His guys have perfection on their mind, just 2 wins away from an undefeated regular season. His counterpart on the Raiders sideline, Pete Carroll. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump. And off we go from Las Vegas. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 26-yard line.
Now Geno. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. They'll get this out to Genty. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
It's hard to be frustrated when you throw for nearly 400 yards, but I know he wanted to break that barrier. The pain eased a little bit when they named him NFC Offensive Player of the Week, though.
Yeah, when you get the award, you know you had the best week in the conference, you'll let it slide. But, hey, that number well within his range. You know he's got the arm to do it in this one. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Play action now, Dart. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Throwing, Dart. Over the middle to Beckham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And the Giants first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cam Scattaboo, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants are on the board first here in Vegas. Geno on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Geno now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. We get a look now at the Giants' defense as they file into position. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense and said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And the defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35.
They'll go again with Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Forced out to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Hey, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Giants offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December. He sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. To throw now, Dart. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Open man downfield is Jaxson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And his throw is incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Here's Dart. Looking for Jaxson, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Giants' 44.
On the zone read, a give to Genty. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Geno going to hand it to Genty. And some space here. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Genty, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Oh, this is blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense and receiver Malik Neighbors headed onto the field. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was looking pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down, Giants.
From the gun, Dart.
He finds his target, Beckham. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing his Dart. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
8-yard pickup. And the Giants first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
13-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cam Scatteraboo with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Geno for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Geno now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Giants defense working their way back onto the field now. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
Yeah, good for 22 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized his offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then. But they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and
Geno now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's
It's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders have come back to make it a 2-point game. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And a nice gain at 21 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Right back to him on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First down, New York.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now a handoff running through the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Cam Scatteraboo on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Geno now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Geno now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go, hey. Here we go, Salam.
He'll look to throw. A rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
New York set to take the field. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Jaxson with a reception. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Geno for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Geno now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now it's Smith. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing is Smith. He'll drop this underneath for Genti. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Smith.
At the 49-yard line.
He'll find Genti out of the backfield.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Smith. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA
Our spin
Sports
around the
halftime
NFL starts now. We begin with a visit to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. The Panthers at home to take on the Seattle Seahawks. And it's the man who spent a couple years as a Carolina Panther, Sam Darnold. He was sensational all afternoon. This, one of 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Seahawks keep it rolling. They get their 6th straight victory here. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans. They're playing host to the New Orleans Saints. And it's Tony Pollard. He'll find an opening and take it in. A 6-yard rushing touchdown. Lastly, let's get down to Miami. The Dolphins taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is Baker Mayfield. He went for over 300 yards along with this, one of his 4 touchdown passes. The Bucs get their 11th win on the year as their great season rolls on. With that, let's give you a look at the all-important playoff picture in the AFC here in Week 17. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And with just 2 weeks left in the regular season, you can see he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the defense closes quickly there, and we'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Here's Dart. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
especially looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal, a loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
Now Dart.
Under pressure, they got him again. Max Crosby in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
On 4th down, on is Geno for the Giants field goal.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Geno back out there now for the kickoff.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
At the 24-yard line.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Throw right side looked in here by Besh.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Gets through and now an opening. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, it's Genty.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back out.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Smith. Open man is Myers. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
For the Raider field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. And he's got his guys a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
And stopped him in his tracks. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Well, the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll get this out to Genty. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
Now Geno. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Brian Burns getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
For another Las Vegas.
Genty going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Geno. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he is going to lose yardage here. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They snap it to Smith. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling.
They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take a good like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And nothing much couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Throwing, Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground to 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Yards to go.
Out of the gun, here's Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Giants! Cam Scatterboo, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Giants are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Geno now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Geno now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Here's Smith. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Smith. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw, Smith. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last throw here for Smith. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer there on 2nd and goal. They'll get half the distance and a fresh set of downs to try to punch one in.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Giants, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.